Why do people still attend Lakewood Church after everything about Osteen has been coming out? Osteen preaches the prosperity gospel. Wealth is validation of his faith. I don't know anything about this in particular, but it's generally the case that if people are part of a social group, they view this as an important part of their social identity. It's hard to give up on that because this is something we are wired for. Instead of leaving, people will relativize and justify things that might be against their core values, or simply choose to believe that everyone is lying about their group and is an enemy. Joel Osteen the grifter? Why do people fall for any televangelist or whatever they are called these days? They are in a cult. Having horrible pastors who operate mega churches is nothing new. I used to listen to him on a daily with my family, but we don't really listen to him anymore. Because he promises them salvation in exchange for money. There's no requirement to help others or ease suffering or even giving one shit about other people. It's so much easier to buy your way into heaven than actually earning it. They've got a lot invented. He preaches a prosperity gospel. It literally equates wealth with spiritual attainment. He is rich, therefore he is holy and deserving of my money and loyalty. Sunk cost fallacy. All my friends go there and will excommunicate me if I leave. I want to be just like Joel, so I have to be near him and emulate his prosperity, and God will favor me with prosperity of my own. Equals cult with cult-like devotion. They have too much of their identity and community wrapped up in it to leave yet. But some people are leaving quietly. They don't want to face the wrath and fear and questions from fellow church members. But they will leave. A few at first. Then come the sermons about hard times and being faithful to God, so give more. Some others will see it as a scam and not a service. Whenever I see Osteen, I think of Martin Short. Sunk cost fallacy. People have already invested so much into his prayers, the prosperity he promises must be just around the corner at this point. Right? 2 Timothy 4:3 For the time is coming when people will not endure sound teaching, but having itching ears, they will accumulate for themselves teachers to suit their own passions, and will turn away from listening to the truth and wander off into myths. He tells them that they are rich because they deserve it. They can ignore the bit about the rich man and eye of needle. People that are poor because they are bad. His followers are good, and you can tell because God has rewarded them. Huge ego stroke and gives them full permission to ignore the evils around them. Plus, it's popular to be in his church. If you have money, you get seen by the other wealthy people, and you can all tell each other what good Christians you are. Look how much money you have. People love a feel-good message, and Osteen delivers. It's like comfort food for the soul. I don't understand why anybody didn't see it 10 years ago. The dude is a con man. There are smart people and there are dumb people. This is not meant as an insult to them. It's just a fact of life. The people he preys on are in the latter group. He peddles a prosperity gospel that is so blatantly obvious for his own gain that anyone that can't see through it must lack basic critical thinking skills. It's really that simple. He's a con man, and his congregation aren't very intelligent. Cults don't see the faults in their cult leader. See MAGA. The prosperity gospel and megachurch phenomenon is so anti-biblical it's not even funny. When Jesus returns, they are going to be mightily disappointed, because he makes rich people feel better about being rich and hoarding their wealth. Fuck Joel and the prosperity gospel assholes.